I think the world would be a better place if everyone was that little bit more emotionally intelligent. I'll get onto why in a second. This is day 31, getting there, nearly at the third of the way mark of talking to a camera every single day for 5 minutes for the next 100 days to get better confidence and speaking skills. Hello, I'm Matt. Welcome if you've never seen this before. Hello if you're a regular. Um, Today I want to talk about emotional intelligence, which is, in my opinion, one of the most important kinds of intelligence. Emotional intelligence is so important. It affects your communication skills, it affects how you receive other people, whether people want to talk to you or not. You know, if you find people don't want to talk to you or people find you hard to be around, one of the major things might be your emotional intelligence. You might also be a sociopath, but that's besides the point. If people struggle to be around you, it's normally because you how you talk to them. And this was something I used to think about all the time. I used to have a rule where I would only talk to people, I would always try to talk to people about them more, because people are more likely to engage in a conversation when you're talking about them. People are narcissists. Everyone's a narcissist to a little extent. You know, there's obviously I'm often like people pleasers. Everyone likes to talk about themselves. Everyone likes to talk about their problems a lot of the time. In certain situations, obviously not, but people like to talk to other people about themselves because it's a way of engaging with other people. It's like sending out a probe to see if that person is someone you want to know by having that little bit of a deeper conversation. Just seeing, do they have that sort of intellectual, emotional intelligence that's going to make them a really good, really interesting person to talk to. Having that as a skill makes people want to talk to you more. It makes you a better communicator. It makes you more interesting. It has all of these effects. Now, obviously, I took the wrong approach by never saying you was the rule. No, sorry, never saying I or me was the rule. You just wouldn't say that when you're talking to other people. You try and make the conversation about them. But that's not emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is building a connection through a back and forth. You say something, they say something. And that's how a conversation develops. Now, you don't want to, obviously, in my opinion, I prefer not to have conversations that are just about myself. I like to see, what's your opinions on this? Why do you think that? Where do you go from there? That's the sort of how a conversation should flow. It should be back and forth. The attention should be evenly distributed. Obviously, certain conversations should be biased. Like, if someone's telling you about a deep problem, you should be biasing the conversation towards them because they need the attention, and if they've come to you about this problem, you need to give them the attention they deserve, because especially if it's a really serious problem, if you don't, they're not going to want to talk to you in the future. So having that sort of focus on them, that's emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is sort of being able to think, okay, why is this person feeling like this, and how can I affect how this person is feeling? So, you know, that could be, what could I say to not make them feel better, but to make them feel understood and heard? Because that's what people want. People want to be heard. People want to sort of know. And the other side of emotional intelligence is also the ability to not only listen, but the ability to express yourself properly, to be able to say with the correct words what you're feeling. Especially in the English language, it is one of the most emotive languages ever. You've got like hundreds of different ways of saying the words for getting from point A to B. You could walk, you could prance, you could, none of them are coming to my head. Or there's hundreds of ways to say like the word, you could look or you could glance or you could glimpse. They're all different things. You have an array, and that's the same with emotional intelligence, is that the ability of knowing the difference between fear and anxiety and depression. and being scared. Those are all four very different things, but they're sort of similar. But the definitions between them is what helps you to express yourself more. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you aren't, please subscribe so I can buy a motorbike soon. Goodbye.